I set out for the Valkyrie Initiative to collect 100 Tundra Kopion horns, just in case anyone needed it for any of the Wicklow missions. And I'm going to say two things. This is not a video about where to get the horns. There's plenty of them that exist. And this took me a little bit. Not all necessarily in one session. I think in total of gameplay time, this took about 3 hours. Yeah, like, just find them, look around. I didn't really have any issues finding them once I got to planet, because once you get into that same area, they just all spawn around. I think that there was one that I missed, but I might have just not actually gotten 3 of them. So as of right now, I started off with the 10 in there, and I had 3 in the inventory. Don't know where I got the number 100. I think someone told me I needed 200 for all the rewards to get a Polaris. I don't have any intention of getting one myself, because we already have one within the org. However, I thought it'd be nice to, you know, in case people need it and they don't want to farm it themselves. Well, I've got time, I'm gonna go farm it. So it took me about 20-ish seconds to find this next set. And this is about where we had some issues. Funny issues, nonetheless. But it was business as normal, just taking them out. And this is where I encountered the first error, and this made my heart drop. I didn't know if I lost the ones that I found, but I got back in, and it counted as a combat log. So I got attacked while I was logged, and the copium were everywhere. Luckily, I already saw my ship. I was able to salvage the situation. No major issues. A little bit terrifying, not gonna lie. I wanted to make sure that I got everything. I don't know why I have a ore mining bit. I just haven't taken it out. And it was just what I had. Ah, there's the last one. That's the one. That should have been the last. I thought there was another one that was around, so I just had to keep looking for it. This heavy breathing gets me every time. And that brings the grand total up to 19. I couldn't see what I said there for a second. I was going to attempt to log out just to avoid any issues that this server was giving me with the possible, hey, you're cheating. So I decided if I can't log out on ground, time to log out in atmosphere. We're going to speed this up a little bit just to get through everything, because all I did is just fly up into orbit and then relog from there. What a nice bed. It's always so great to sleep in my lovely Valkyrie. Good night. And we're back. Just like that. I skipped the descent from orbit. But that last Kopion herd that I took out, time to refarm them. Looking back at my ammo number with the amount of ammo that I finished off this hunting session with is absolutely hilarious. Just pay attention to that number. I might have lost the Kopion. I think I landed a bit too far, or they themselves scattered. I didn't realize how dark Microtech got. Forgive me running around like an absolute silly goose. And there they are. My prize. Can't hit a single shot. Getting jump scared by this one completely. And off to find the next herd. Just gotta get back into the ship. One day I'll get in the ship and I won't have any issues. At this point, put me up to 21 horns. About, what is that, a fifth of the way there? So I was making pretty good progress, but my doors weren't responding. I think that might have been because I hit the ground too hard and broke the door. Because then I ran into some issues. I may or may not have crashed my Valkyrie. The Earth, the planet itself, may have jumped up and bit me. So I had to go try to recover my cargo in my Retaliator. Luckily, I wasn't too far off. I was at Port Tressler. I might have said Empress Harbor earlier. Anyway, we're going in for a landing. Nice and smooth. No issues. There's the Kopion that I tried to get to, that I missed. And there's my body. I was hoping that the box would be there so that I could get those horns, but this was about an hour or two of farming, so it wasn't any big issue of just having to go back and get another 20 horns. I say an hour or two, that was with me taking breaks as needed, do one spawn area, have some nice relaxing time, talk with some friends, and then get back to hunting. So yeah, that's a good enough parking spot. Alright. Yeah, I didn't exactly land perfectly. Well, that's a later me problem. This is where I ran into my next big issue. If I had any horns, I wasn't going to get to them now. So from here, I decided I'd just take a break. I was going to try again the next day, hopefully after everything calmed down. Alright, and here we are. We are back. We are on a bright side of the planet, so that I do not crash into any unseen obstacles. Only downside is that I no longer have my hunting couch, which I just have to go back to Ruin to pick up my second couch that I have there. Take out whole herds, no families. Today's packs seem to be a lot bigger, so I wasn't complaining. This server that I was on just seemed to be behaving a lot better as well. Minus the aggression of the Kopions themselves. Got them all? And I also upgraded my monitor from the last one, so my clips are going to be a little bit weird with the aspect ratio of opening up my inventory. I'm sorry about that. Next time I'll make it better. I just wanted to get the true, authentic feel of this hunting session. Everyone else is out there playing Monster Hunter, and I'm playing Kopion Hunter. Someone make me a like a game title or a game cover of that. The Valkyrie Initiative, Kopion Hunters. I decided to go for an alternate approach of hunting the Kopium. I didn't think that you could run them over and kill them, but it worked. Surprisingly. I got a handful of them. Still had a few more. So I think this was cut a handful of farming out, as I'm now down to 210 ammo. I also didn't realize a little bit till later, too much later, that switching to the burst mode saves ammo and is better for taking them out, because I only have one shot to take it. But I discovered a new strat for taking out Kopium. Just running them over. And this put me up to 12. Ah, no, that ammo count was different because of the ship crashing. That's what it was. Not me having done some hunts in between. For whatever reason, the Valkyrie for me seems like it's a very good just hunting ship, just flying around atmosphere, just relaxing and cruising. I know they've upgraded the turrets so that the pilot gets the wing turrets, which is really nice, but it's not the best for, well, hunting Kopion. I decided to try my strat again of running them over. I wanted to see if I could get it to work more. I only think I got one on that pass, and maybe not even that. I think I tried a couple more times because I thought it'd be really funny. Yeah, because you could hear the impact. I just ended up scraping my guns across the floor. Not the best hunting practice, we'll say. Yeah, because I didn't even get one of them with that. So, running them over, at least with the Valkyrie, not ideal. I started trying to conserve ammo, so I'm doing these short bursts, and it sort of works. Audio glitches were happening during this pickup, so it sounded like there was more than what there was. This atmosphere is This atmospheric fog always looks really nice. Targets identified. I had some issues with my recording files. I don't know if it was them not recording properly or what. I got a little bit distracted on making sure I got the horns from everywhere. But nonetheless, this put me at about 27. So a quarter of the way there. So I was well on my way to getting the 100 horns and providing good assistance for whoever would want them. I think the only Wicklow ship I really wanted was the Guardian and the F8C. The Polaris I wasn't too big of a fan of, just because within the org itself I believe we have 2 Polarises, and the Taurus is just a bit big for, I'll say, solo use. I think the Valkyrie is probably the biggest I'm going to go for solo use. I know there'll be plenty of people who will defend the Taurus for solo play. I don't know how the ship took hull damage there. front row hunting seats. I decided to give up on my ammo saving method. This pack was a little bit spry and floaty, so they almost got the better of me, but don't worry. Thankfully, med pens come in handy. On to the next hunt. There they are. Took a little bit. I think that was about 4 minutes of flying around trying to find them. Well, they finally showed up. These ones got a little bit aggressive and decided to hop up on the ship. A bit bold of them. They were acting a little bit uncharacteristic for how the other Kopion were, but maybe this pack just wasn't scared of me. Forgetting that I don't have the tractor beam tool. Ah, yes, this is when this server was giving me issues and it said I only picked up one horn. Instead of trying to fight it, especially trying to fight it now, when it kept popping back up in my inventory, my goal was to quickly switch servers, log out in bed, and we'll try hunting on a different shard. Apparently, though, the Kopiums, when their bodies are aboard your ship, they count as, what's this? What was the exact words that it gave? Oh, yes. Ship has... Oh. There we go. Ship has passengers. So I didn't know that Kopium were in fact passengers, but apparently they are. So I hope you all learned something today, that Kopium are passengers. So I had to get the tractor beam out to remove said passengers. My brain didn't comprehend that that wasn't the max lift. Alright, let's see if the ship has passengers now. Luckily it didn't, and time to So I lost a lot of footage. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if OBS crashed. But nonetheless, I also don't know why I don't have any sound. I'll add some sound. However, yes, I lost footage. However, I did almost complete my goal. I said I was going to get 100, and I believe I had 94 on board. It was getting late. This was probably at the end of a 4 to 5 hour stint of hunting. Again, taking breaks in between as needed, so it didn't take up the full amount of time. However, it was enough. I got locked by a cutlass. Made me paranoid enough to make sure that they weren't actively engaging me, and decided to boost into the safety of the turrets at Port Tressler. Just in case. I didn't think they were going to engage, but better safe than sorry, especially with about, in total, we'll say 7 hours worth of cargo. I say cargo as it's not just a pocket full of horns. I also was having some really bad stutter issues at this point. I don't know if it was on my end or server end, but I just wanted to get this done, so into the hangar we go. Then this is where I noticed that player. I also decided to go in way too fast. I noticed that player floating around and also got extra paranoid. I don't know why I didn't try to shoot him. Oh, I guess I did. But then I decided I was just going to try to ram them, because I didn't know if they could actively mess with anything. But after that lag spike and me hitting the roof of the ship into the ceiling, I decided it was time to complete the mission, get the items into the station inventory, and log off for the night. Better keeping your bounty safe than losing it to greed. As you see me go into the loot box, and I'll pause it right there. We have 69, nice, and 24, bringing, oh boy, a total of 93 copium horns. And then from there, proceeded to get out of the station as best I can, working through the lag. Storing the ship, doing a nice little pose for myself. Yeah, I am the Kopion Hunter.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and join the Valkyrie Initiative Discord if you want to join in on the shenanigans, and donate to the Patreon, and we can host our own raffles here in the near future. Thanks again. Bye.